If you want some coins for the new Road to the Final promo, check out MMOXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very fast, they're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get 5% off your order. This supports the channel greatly, and I do very much appreciate it. So what's up guys, my name's Ash and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video guys, I've got some updated 4-1-2-1-2 custom tactics and player instructions. I'm sorry for not posting the past couple of days, I just haven't been playing the game too much, so I didn't really have anything to post, so I hope you guys understand that. We should be back now, but yeah, just before we get into today's video guys, I'd very much appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up, as that does really help with the YouTube search. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you are notified when a video is posted. And with all that aside guys, let's get right into today's video. Okay guys, so starting off with the custom tactics. For the defensive style, I like to use balance. This is because it gives me the greatest control over my defense, where I'm able to press when I need to press, and I'm able to drop off and be a little bit more conservative when I need to be, so it does give the very much needed balance. Moving on to the defensive width guys, I have this on 38. This is because FIFA 23 is primarily a narrow game. I know people like to go for those cutbacks, but a lot of the danger still happens through the middle, so it's important that we stay compact and mark those areas. And honestly, it doesn't matter how high you have your width, people will still be able to run down the wing and do cutbacks, so it's better to have it this way. Now moving on to the depth guys, I have this on 60. This is so we're not constantly getting pinned back, but at the same time our defensive line isn't too high to the point where we're getting through balled, so I found a good balance in having this in 60. Now moving on to build up play guys, I have this on balance. This is because it is the best for all the different types of gameplay you might experience, whether it's fast gameplay, slow gameplay, laggy gameplay. Balance suits you up for all of them, so I think it's super important to use balance. Fast build up's okay when the gameplay's good, but that is a very rare occurrence. Now moving on to chance creation guys, I have this on direct passing. The reason for this is it's the only setting which will actually make your attackers move in the correct motion to break through the defensive line. If you look at the diagram, you can see the white dots which are your attackers. They're constantly moving around and creating chances. If you look at something like balance, this doesn't happen. Everyone is very static, so direct passing is super important. Some people like forward runs, but I'm not a big fan personally. I find myself too exposed when I lose the ball. But again, if you guys want to try it out and give it a go, then that is completely up to you. Moving on to the attacking width guys, I have this on 40. This is because the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is obviously a narrow formation, so we don't want to make it something it's not by upping the width too much. So by having this on 40, we keep a nice narrow shape, but at the same time it's not too narrow to the point where our players are just sat on top of each other. Now moving on to players in box guys, I have this on 6. This is so I can get players into the box when we create chances, of course, but at the same time we don't overcommit the entire team to the point where we're always getting counterattacked, so I found a really good balance in having this on 6. Moving on to corners and free kicks, I have these both on 1 because I actually have a corner kick routine that I use. There's a link to it in the top right hand corner of the screen if you guys want to check it out, where I have to have my settings on 1, so that's why I do that. Sorry to interrupt the video guys, but I just wanted to show you guys about FREECASH. If you use my link in the top right hand corner of the screen and ensure you are using my code VITALREMA when you sign up, you are able to earn lots of money basically for doing nothing. So you could play Raid Shadow Legends and earn $80, you could download TikTok and earn $2, or you can see what I've done is I've just made an account on Tide and I've got 23,000 coins, which is $23. So you can get coins basically for doing nothing, and then you can cash it out in pretty much anywhere you want, whether it be PayPal, Bitcoin, Litecoin, gift cards. So there's lots of things you can do with it guys, and if you do use my code, you will get 3 cases when you do sign up. That is if you earn $1, in which you can earn up to $250 in each case, so it is worth it. I may earn a small commission off of your earnings, but yeah, it's very minor, and obviously it does help support the channel, so I just wanted to show you guys this if you are looking to earn some extra money. And be sure to use my code VITALREMA, yeah, as that does support me greatly. Now, moving on to the players you want to use, guys. In the 2 striker positions, I like to go for a balance between the 2, where I have one more poacher striker, someone that's going to finish off all our chances, and then I have another creative striker next to him, somebody that's going to help assist more, but at the same time is still able to finish off those chances. So I like to have a creative finisher dynamic, but if you guys want to use, let's say, 2 finishers, for example, that is completely up to you. As for the cam, guys, you're going to want to use a nice technical player, somebody that's going to be able to turn very well, somebody that's going to be able to pass, dribble, shoot, and if you can, like a 5-star skill move, 5-star weak foot is obviously preferred, so you can really become that more unpredictable. So just go for a very good cam, otherwise you are going to struggle. Now for the left centre mid, guys, we're going to use a more box-to-box midfielder. This is somebody that's going to attack and defend to help the transitional play. Very important we have at least one box-to-box player in this team, otherwise there is a lack of balance. Now moving on to the CDM position, we're going to want to use a more defensive player, somebody that's going to stay back. So we're using the Jorginho. He's got very good defensive stats, a medium-high work rate, so he's going to be more focused on defending than attack. So yeah, you're going to want to use a more defensive player in this CDM role. Now in the right centre mid spot, we're actually going to use an attacker. This is because in the player instructions you'll see how this plays in a 4-4-2. So this guy isn't actually going to be a right centre mid. When we're defending, he's going to be a right mid, so we can get away with using an attacking player in this role. So you're going to want to use somebody like Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Jorginho, for example, just a really good attacking player in this right centre mid spot. Now moving on to the left back and the right back, I like to go for a balance between the two, where I have one more attacking left back and then a more defensive right back. This is just to have a balance between the two, but let's say you guys want to use 2 attacking fullbacks or 2 defensive fullbacks, that is completely up to you. As for the centre backs and the goalkeeper, these just need to be as good as you can get them. Now moving on to the player instructions, guys, on the left striker, my more creative striker, I have stay central, mixed attack, and I leave everything else alone. The reason we have him on stay central is because we don't need him drifting off to the wings. We need him to be in the central areas where a striker should be, and if he's drifting off to the wings, he's not going to be much use, especially in this narrow formation. We have him on mixed attack because, like I said, he's not just there to finish off chances. Sometimes we want him to help create, so by having him on mixed attack, it means sometimes he'll sit a little bit deeper and help assist, let's say, Robbie Keane, because Robbie Keane could be running in behind and Di Maria could be sitting a little bit deeper to play the ball through. So it's a nice creator finisher dynamic. Now moving on to the right striker, my more finisher striker, we have stay central and get in behind. So stay central is for the same reason as the left striker. We don't want him drifting off to the wings. We need him in the central areas, and we have him on getting behind because we always want this player to be making those runs. We always want them to be in the finishing positions, and like I said, it works very well with the left striker, where the left striker can sit a little bit deeper and then this striker can run in behind to get all of the chances. Now moving on to the cam, guys, very important instruction here, we have come back on defense. This is so the cam will come back to defend as a left mid, so it defends in a 4-4-2 shape. The reason we do this is because the 4-4-2 is a much more superior defensive formation than the 4-1-2-1-2. So we're going to attack with this really nice 4-1-2-1-2 style, and then we're going to defend in a 4-4-2. So Jorginho is going to come back to defend as a left mid. So Jorginho will be a left mid, Pogba will be a left centre mid, Jorginho right centre mid, and Chiesa right mid. So it works out very well. So make sure you have come back on defence on this cam. Now for the left centre mid, the more box-to-box centre mid, we have completely default settings in cover centre. We have him on cover centre, so he defends as one of the centre mids in this 4-4-2, and then we leave everything else alone because we don't want to restrict this player. We want them to attack, we want them to defend, we want them to have a bit more of a free role so they can really help us in defence and attack. Now moving on to the CDM, the more defensive minded player, we have stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes, and cover centre. We have him on cover centre because we want him to defend as one of the middle centre mids in this 4-4-2. We have stay back while attacking because this player is not going to be focused on attacking. We need him to stay back and add defensive support. And we have cut passing lanes, so he's always looking to break up the play and kickstart attacks for us. So it does work very well, guys. Moving on to the right centre mid, the position where we've got an attacker. We have get forward, get into the box cross, and cover wing. We have get forward, so this player comes flying forward on the attack because, like I said, he's not actually a centre mid. We want him to join the attack and help us, so get forward works very well. We have get into the box for cross, so when we are actually attacking, he's not going to stay, he's not going to be too conservative. He's going to get involved. He's going to make those runs into the penalty box to really give us extra support. So super important we have get into the box for cross on him. Cover wing is also probably the most important option because it means he's going to defend as a right mid in this 4-4-2 formation. Now moving on to the left back and the right back, we have them both on balance attack and overlap. The reason we do this is because the 4-1-2-1-2 is obviously a very narrow formation, so sometimes we need to add that extra width. So by having them both on balanced attack and overlap, it means they're both going to be making those overlapping runs to add extra width to the attack. This means we can have a narrow attack and a wide attack at the same time, making it very difficult for an opponent to defend. If this is too attacking for you, what you could do is put your more defensive minded fullback on stay back overlap, so you at least have 3 defenders back. At the same time, you could put them both on stay back while attacking if that's still too attacking, but I mainly use this as an aggressive formation, so I have them both on balanced attack. But as for the centre backs and the goalkeeper, sorry, I nearly forgot, I just completely leave them alone. But yeah guys, they're my custom tactics and player instructions for the 4-1-2-1-2. If you guys have enjoyed or found this useful, I'd very much appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you are notified when a video is posted. And with all that aside guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.